All right. Hey, everybody. Hi. It's Terry Luongo, and it's Monday night, and it's Team Up Zoom night. And oh my gosh, I'm excited to be with you because, every week is so exciting in the Juice Plus business. I mean, like a year ago, we launched the superfood and all the stories started coming in, and then we launched the Luminate. I still call that Mother's Little Helper from the Mick Jagger song. And all these moms take their Luminate at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I call that Mother's Little Helper. And now all the conversation is about the Super-Biome and what people are experiencing. So this week, actually, I think just 2 days ago, the company dropped a fabulous 6-minute video all about the Super-Biome, and it's going to be one of the tools that I use to educate people. And what we know in our industry is that facts tell and stories sell. And so tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 6-minute video that the company has, and we'll be distributing that. And for those of you that are not on social media, like Dave and Margie, I just sent it off to you so that you'll have it. And then a call that Abby and I did last week, we're just going to take some excerpts of that so that you can see some of the stories. And I'm going to want to know, let's continue the conversation, what's happening with you personally. And then Amy Hopkins is going to wrap us up tonight talking about our fun event that's going to be starting on Transform, I think on Wednesday. All right, Kathy, let's lead with the company video. It's so well done.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping right into foundational wellness. Specifically, we're looking at the body's second gut microbiome.
And a really interesting two-step system designed to optimize it called Super-Biome.
Yeah, let's get into that.
It's definitely necessary because, well, the gut's influence is just huge. It affects so much more than just digestion.
Right.
We're talking about things like immune function, energy levels throughout the day, even mood, and how well you absorb nutrients.
So if the gut's not working right,
then really nothing else can function at its best. It's foundational.
Okay, so let's break down the core idea here. This symbiotic support. You hear about people taking probiotics, but just swallowing bacteria doesn't always cut it long term, does it?
No, absolutely not. It's like planting seeds, but forgetting the soil or the water. Probiotics, they're the good bacteria, the seeds.
Okay.
But the prebiotics, those are the specialized plant fibers. They're the fertilizer. Those seeds absolutely need to, survive, grow, and really take hold.
So you need both working together.
Exactly. The system only works if both parts are there and, importantly, designed to work together.
Got it. So that takes us to step one, the probiotic capsule. It packs 20 billion CFU, which sounds like a lot. But the big question is always survival, right? Especially through stomach acid.
That's precisely the challenge. And this capsule uses specific delayed release technology. Think of it like armor plating those 20 billion live bacteria. So it ensures they get through the stomach acid safely and are delivered fully active down to the lower digestive tract. That's where they need to be to do their job.
And it's not just about quantity, but diversity too.
Absolutely crucial. This has 9 selected species covering both lactobacilli and bifidobacteria families. Research shows pretty clearly that using multiple strains like this mirrors a naturally healthy, resilient gut much better than just one single type.
Okay, that makes sense. Diversity is key. Now, step 2, the prebiotic powder. This is the fertilizer. It's a 6-in-1 blend with things like XOS, inulin. What makes this blend different from just, say, eating more fiber?
Well, it's about how it works. We call it gentle gut support because of the staggered breakdown.
Staggered breakdown.
Yeah, simpler fiber supplements, often from just one source, tend to ferment really quickly all in one spot. That can lead to, that uncomfortable bloating or gas.
Right, I've heard that.
This blend, though, is designed so the different types of fibers break down at different points along the gut. It's like a time-release meal, feeding a wider variety of beneficial bacteria more gradually.
So it's gentler and feeds more types of bacteria.
Exactly. Much more comfortable and effective. Plus, you get 4 grams of fiber per serving, which really helps tackle that fiber gap most adults have.
Okay, now let's touch on postbiotics. This system doesn't actually contain added postbiotics, right? So how do they fit in?
Correct. No added postbiotics. The idea here is to empower your body to create its own. Postbiotics are those beneficial compounds, like short-chain fatty acids, that the good bacteria produce after they consume the prebiotics.
Ah, okay, so it's a natural process.
Precisely. The system facilitates it. Think of the formula. Probiotics plus prebiotics. Your own postbiotics. Your body makes what it needs.
So this really optimizes the whole gut environment. How does this then connect with, say, someone's existing Juice Plus Plus routine, like the capsules?
That's a great question. Think about synergy. The Juice Plus plus fruit, vegetable, and berry blends, those are like the premium fuel for your body.
Supplying nutrients, polyphenols.
Exactly. Bridging that nutritional gap with really powerful plant-based compounds. No, Super-Biome. That's like the high-performance engine tune-up for your core operating system, the gut.
Okay, I like that analogy.
It optimizes the gut environment so your body is primed to actually absorb and use all that great fuel, those nutrients and polyphenols effectively. It makes the whole system run better.
So it's like the power trio. Probiotics, prebiotics, and then the polyphenols from the blends all working together.
You got it. Supporting maximum efficiency from the inside out.
That really clarifies the value here. It's not just buying a probiotic off the shelf.
Not at all. The value is in the completeness. It's a scientifically designed two-part system. It's about investing in foundational health for the long term.
And the quality aspect, too.
Definitely. It's vegan, gluten-free, made without GMO ingredients, no added sugar, and it's kosher certified. Plus, our really practical point, no refrigeration needed.
That's actually huge for consistency, isn't it? Easy to travel with, easy to take every day.
It removes a barrier. That stability ensures the potency is maintained right up until you take it. It supports making it a daily practice.
So wrapping this up for our listeners, what's the big picture takeaway? We're talking enhanced microbial diversity.
Support for digestive comfort, less bloating, less gas, strengthening that crucial gut-immune connection.
So thinking about optimizing this core system, it makes you wonder, what other potential benefits might someone notice? Maybe things they hadn't even connected to their gut before, like sustained energy or mental clarity.
That's the fascinating part. If you really focus on improving that foundational gut health, getting things working optimally from the inside, what possibilities open up?
A great thought to leave people with. To learn more about Super-Biome and how to get started on this two-step path to foundational wellness, definitely reach out to the person who shared this recording with you.
That is such a great video. I love that video. And for those of us that are out there, encouraging people to take a look at the Super-Biome, that explains it all. It really takes the burden off of all of our shoulders, okay? So we don't have to know everything about it. Ask people to give you 6 minutes. And right now, with the company incentive with 15% off, what a great opportunity for all new customers to give the Super-Biome a go. 15% off is a big deal, and it opens up the conversation so that then they will watch the video. And I just wrapped up with Carly Kelly and Jen Maxwell, who's a brand new team member. She might be on the call tonight. And we did her friends and family call. And it was so great because at the end, I really talked about everybody taking a serious look at the family plan membership. And that's just getting to Partner Plus. But because I said that, over time, you're going to want to be on the powder, the capsules, or the superfood, and the Super-Biome, and you're going to want your family on it. So talk to us about how you could get it at the best price by becoming a member of the Family Plan program. And that's what I am going to be really encouraging with the Super-Biome. All right, so Fact Tell, Story Sell. These are just excerpts from a call that we did the other day. We have the whole recording for you if you want it, but it's Abby, it's Jamie Kenzie, who does a great job, and myself.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I am so honored to be with you guys for a few minutes this evening. My name is Abby Nowlin, for those of you that don't know me, and we are so excited to chat with you guys about Super-Biome. I'm sure the person that invited you tonight has been singing its praises, or you've been seeing and reading things about what people are experiencing. I have been blown away, and so we're really excited to put this information together. and really bring it to you in a powerful, packed 25 minutes to empower you and help you take the next right step in your health journey. I'll kick things off by telling you that what I've experienced in the last 10 days on this product has really blown me away. We were in Indianapolis for our national conference almost 2 weeks ago. And they told us that for those that are already on Juice Plus, this would be an accelerator for our health. And I really, I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit skeptical about that. I was like, okay, that's cool. And I have been blown away. So you, I have no doubt, are going to be blown away tonight by what people are sharing, what people are experiencing. So buckle up and get excited. But before we dive into all things Super-Biome, what I really want to talk to you guys is about the power and importance of the gut. And Hippocrates said it best: all disease starts in the gut. And he gave 3 directives. One directive to doctors. He gave 1 directive and then 2 health initiatives. 1 directive to doctors, which was to do no harm, and then 2 health initiatives, which is you are what you eat, and then all disease starts in the gut. And so what we have learned, and I'll share my story here in just a second with you guys, but what I have really learned over the last 10 years is the power and the importance of the gut and how it impacts literally every system in our body. And I cannot wait for you to hear from Amy, who's a functional nurse practitioner, really get into the science and the deep dive of it. But if you are really struggling with anything in your health, odds are your gut is not in a good place, because the gut impacts everything. So before I dive into my story and journey, I'd love for you, if you're willing to chime in the chat, how would you rate your gut health on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being fantastic. And I want to read some things off to you that are signs of a poor or imbalanced gut. So low energy and fatigue, frequent illness. 70% of our immune system originates in our gut. If you're dealing with any type of skin issues, acne, eczema, rashes, it all kind of traces back to gut inflammation. Mood swings or anxiety, food intolerances. When the gut lining is compromised, foods that used to be fine can suddenly cause reactions, hormonal imbalances, and sugar cravings. So that list that I just read through to you, I would have said to you 10 days ago, I have great energy. No, my skin is in a great place, and it's only accelerated over the last 10 days. So let me dive in and share with you a little bit of my Juice Plus journey. I got started almost 8 years ago. It's been 7.5. I'm making my way towards that 8, and I am I've been blown away by my journey. I had an absolutely horribly leaky gut, and I was wrestling with anxiety and depression. And I went the Western medicine route and quickly pivoted when I started to become dependent on anxiety and depression medication, and decided I wanted to go a more holistic route. And so if I could stand up and give you a visual of myself, I'm 5'8", and at this point in my life, I was 100 pounds. Couldn't keep food inside of my body. I really should show my before and after picture of how my body has healed over the last 7 years. But my skin was horrible. If I had before and after pictures of that, you would be blown away. And I was taking multiple naps to get through the day. I was nauseous every time I ate, and I was gluten and dairy free. So I was literally eating meat, fruits, and vegetables, but food would run right through me. So I got started on Juice Plus 8 years ago in January. And I watched my health over that year completely transform. I couldn't believe it. The first thing I noticed was my nausea after every time that I experienced every time after I ate went away. And then my energy started to come back. And then I had this motivation to exercise. And then the color in my skin went from being gray to vibrant and vital. And it was this compound effect. It was not overnight. And then towards the end of that year, my anxiety and depression completely dissipated. And I used Juice Plus as my sole prenatal with both of my babies, who are thriving and healthy. We maybe get sick once a year. And my daughter turns 1 in 2 days, and I'm wrapping up my year of breastfeeding her. And I did the same thing with my son. So I'm so grateful for what this nutrition has provided for me and for our family. And then add in Super-Biome. So as you can see here, I would say 10 days ago, I had incredible energy. My skin has been amazing and all of these things, but it has only improved. Like when I tell you guys, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm usually in bed by 9 or 9:30. I have been like waking up with energy. I mean, I wouldn't normally say that I wake up at 5 a.m. like full of life energy. It usually takes me a couple minutes to wake up, but I really have been. And then this is something else I've experienced, this deep restorative rest the last couple nights where I am like, and I have an Aura ring, and so I have the data to show this. Like I haven't woken up like at all. I've just been, you look at my sleep line and it's completely blue. And then my skin has been brighter. And I would say my bowel movements were amazing prior to Super-Biome, but they have only improved. And the last thing that I'll chime in here on, which will tie in here in just a second to some unique ingredients that we have, but I have no bloat. And I wouldn't ever have looked at myself and said, okay, yeah, Abby, you have bloat. But usually when you wake up in the morning, you have no food in your stomach. You look, your stomach, however it normally looks different, I feel like, at the end of the day after you have a day full of food. And what I'll tell you is, since being on Super-Biome, the way that I feel like light without any food in my stomach in the morning is exactly how I'm feeling at night too. And so it's incredible. Okay, so that's a little bit of my journey and story. I'm blown away. I'm so excited about this. And I want everybody to experience this vitality and vibrance in their health. So before I turn
thanks, Amy. Well, similar to Abby, you guys, I grew up as a sick kid. And back in the late 70s, no one was talking about the microbiome. By the time I was 11 months old, I had pneumonia so bad that they almost had to trach me. And so I got pumped full of steroids and antibiotics before I even had a chance to build a healthy gut. Mine was completely wiped out. So from then on, it felt like my body was really working against me. I grew up allergic to eggs and eating poultry, allergic to animals. We used to joke that if it was alive, I was probably allergic to it. Like I was the kid in the bubble, right? But honestly, it wasn't funny as a kid who was really just trying to fit in. And I had to miss a lot of things because of my allergies and asthma. In my elementary school, I was going through endless testing for what they finally diagnosed as a dysfunctional esophageal muscle, which, just easy speak for you guys, just all meant like I had troubles at the beginning stage of my digestive tract. So looking back, all of that pain and exposure to the medical profession really helped to shape me into the person that I am today. I did go down the medical path as well, but Juice Plus, this vehicle, has helped me to really become the person my little version of me wish I would have had, and I've been able to be that for my kids. So fast forward, I got introduced to Juice Plus, that product line, when I was 25 years old, and at that time I was on 8 different prescription medications most days because of asthma, allergies, and some anxiety. And I didn't feel vibrant and I didn't feel free. I really didn't. And then when I got introduced to Juice Plus, I call myself an open skeptic, meaning I'll try most things for my own experience within reason. And within 2 months of consistently taking it is when I realized on a run that I had forgotten my asthma inhaler. And that was huge for me. I kept waiting like for the ball to drop, for it to come back, but it didn't. So 6 months, I was completely off all my asthma and allergy medications and the anxiety meds. And here's the part that still gives me chills. And it was my goal, was that none of those drugs ever touched any of my baby's bloodstreams. So I went on to have 3 super healthy pregnancies. And today they're all 3 teenagers now. So they were conceived and raised as a Juice Plus kid. And I can count, you guys, on one hand, each kid, how many times they've missed school because of sickness. And I think that's pretty profound with having a college and freshman, a junior daughter, and an 8th grade son. So it's not that they never get sick, but if they do, it's far, far shorter and less severe than everything else that's going around. So as a mom, it's one of the greatest gifts that I could give them and could have been given. And here's what's wild. Like, we know the reason that all works is because those fruits and vegetables, which were in the Juice Plus powders all along, they are a type of prebiotic called polyphenols. So you heard, them mention that we've got prebiotic fibers. So fiber is one category of prebiotic, and then polyphenols are another category of prebiotics. So we were having gut benefits from the very beginning. But I'll be honest, even on Juice Plus, and I had tremendous improvement, I've still had some dysbiosis or some imbalance in my gut from time to time, right? Whether it was from travel or in being out of my routine, or from stress, or maybe now being perimenopausal. I've had some GI issues, and like Abby, I've had the pleasure of being on Super-Biome for about 5 weeks. And one of the first things that I did notice was kind of catching myself in the mirror, not realizing that I had a bloated belly but definitely noticing that I didn't, and even being able to see a little bit of my abs. And I did have an allergic reaction again to poultry 2 months ago, and I had to EpiPen myself. And so what happened was that I was having this inflammation in my gums and the lining of the left side of my cheek, and it would peel, and I couldn't eat poultry anymore. Um, and I do though, like I've gone on and off pretty much my whole life. So I think that being on Super-Biome for about a month, I'll give it a try again, just get my gut in a good space and get my nervous system in a good space. And I think I'll be able to add it. But all that to say that in addition to getting this weird, funky rash, I think because honestly, I've had a lot of stress in my life. My grandma passed away. My son got a diagnosis, like lots of things going on. I was stressed. I got a weird rash. Long story short, you guys, 2 weeks into the Super-Biome, both the rash on my leg and all of the inflammation in my mouth and the skin issues have completely gone away. So I am really excited to see what's to come. Mentioning my son, he got diagnosed with Crohn's disease 3 weeks before, 3 days, before going to college, which was triggered by an antibiotic for just a little bit of back acne that he had. Of course, I wish I never would have filled it. We gave it the environment for a predisposed, thing to express itself. But good reports is that I had Owen on a different probiotic. I had him on one called Seed for about 60 days of this diagnosis. And I'm not saying it definitely didn't hurt him, but I'm unsure if it helped him. And the reason I say that is because I put him on Super-Biome and he was still having completely loose stools 5 days after being off of prednisone while his Crohn's med was still waiting to kick in. And 5 days on Super-Biome, his stools were completely back to normal and he had stopped that other probiotic. So it's pretty cool to see that combination of pro and prebiotic working together. Last story real quick, and I'll turn it over to Terry. My 16-year-old daughter came down the stairs after school today and she had these pair of shorts on. She's like, Mom, I think this probiotic, this Super-Biome is working. I go, what do you mean? And she's like, these shorts are like bigger on me. And she was like, and I can even see my abs. So she is feeling that decrease in her bloat as well as a young female, with hormonal cycles. So this is just the beginning. I'm so excited for what's to come. And now I'm going to turn it over to my friend, Terry.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Amy. And thank you, everybody, for being with us tonight. And I think, Jamie, you're right. The best is yet to come. All right, guys, I have been swallowing Juice Plus capsules for over 31 years. And my story is similar to Abby's. It's similar to Jamie's. It's similar to Amy's. We all have, so many of the same similarities. When I started on Juice Plus, I was an autoimmune nightmare. The labels, the diagnosis went from, chronic fatigue syndrome, Epstein-Barr. Oh, now you have fibromyalgia. Every day for me was like the first day of a bad flu. I lived on ibuprofen. I would buy 500 tablets at Costco and it would last me a month. Okay, I was averaging 3 naps per day to get through the day. And then the next diagnosis was, well, Terry, what you have is a very rare Crohn's disease and you will spend the rest of your life on steroids. Okay, guys, my hair had stopped growing. The color of my skin was gray. They were cutting gum tissue out of my mouth because my mouth was so inflamed. Abby said she wished she had a before and after picture. Well, guys, if I would put my before and after picture right here, it's frightening as to where I was and where I am today. 31 years, introduced to Juice Plus, a nurse in my neighborhood said something. She said, I have something that I know will help you. She walked through the door with Juice Plus. And I'm so grateful because here I am going, okay, kale, broccoli, beets, cabbage, spinach in a capsule, or steroids for the rest of your life. I decided kale, broccoli, beets, and cabbage, and I've never looked back. And it didn't take long for this food, Juice Plus's food, to feed my cells. Okay? 2 months I was sleeping better. 2 months, even my dentist, I was having my teeth cleaned every 2 months. I was flossing with yarn. Okay, my dentist said, Terry, what are you doing? You're doing something. The inflammation in your mouth is going down. All right, so here it is 31 years later. I'm not going to take you through the rest, but I've raised my kids on Juice Plus, and now we're raising a new generation of Luongos, 5 grandkids, all on Juice Plus. And so I will be on it forever. Food that feeds the cells, but now we have food that feeds the microbiome. And guys, I thought, like everybody here, that I was doing so great, and I was. But I have to tell you that what I'm experiencing now is like Abby. It is the deepest sleep I have ever had in my life. And healing takes place when you're sleeping. I think we're all in a deep REM sleep. I think we're in deep, repetitive REM cycles. And that is so crucial to your brain health, to your memory. It's important to your immune system, your blood pressure. And what does it do when you have that deep REM sleep, my friends? It reduces your stress levels. That's why we're all feeling so calm. We're all feeling so calm. So I've only been at it a week. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. And I kind of sit back and, Abby started with Hippocrates. And isn't it fascinating that it has taken us 2,000 years to unpackage this message? We are what we eat, so we are what our cells eat. We are what our microbiome eats, right? And all disease starts in the gut. Guys, there is good health waiting for each and every one of us, each and every one of you. Thank you, Abby. Take it away.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, I just wanted to showcase the power of some stories, and those were long, but everybody that's on the Super-Biome has a story, and it's a whole different conversation than Juice Plus. It really, really is. You start asking, I'm doing what Abby's doing. I'm asking people everywhere, rate your gut health from 1 to 10, and you'll be surprised how few people say great. Most people are saying 2s, 3s. Well, like Martha McGugan, I know I have something that can help you, okay? And then take it away. And now we have the great video from the company. And I know that we want Abby to share. Amy's going to share about our program that starts on Wednesday. But real quick, Jen, are you around? I just did a call for Jen. We did her launch call. And real quick, would you tell us what's been happening to your daughter? Jen Maxwell, is she still with us or is she gone? Okay, we'll catch her next time around.
I'm here. I was trying to unmute. I'm sorry.
So yeah, real quick, what's going on with your daughter? Because you were just going to do these products, but now it's a family program.
I put it in the chat, but I have 3 daughters. My oldest is 16, and she does not like vitamins. I did doTERRA. We did those vitamins. They're nasty. She refused. We started Juice Plus 2 weeks ago, and she kind of tried to make a face. I said, "You're not going to taste it. Just take it." We started Super-Biome about 5 days ago. She doesn't like the drink, the prebiotic drink. I told her, "I'm not backing down. It's good for you. Drink it." She has keratosis pilaris. It's the little red bumps that look like chicken skin. We've tried lots of ointments and washes, and 2 weeks on Juice Plus, and she noticed a difference. And her cheeks are not as red as they usually used to be.
And she's 16. And guys, ladies, do you remember how vulnerable we were when we were 16? Yeah. Congratulations, Mom, on making the decision, not just for you, but for your whole family. And we're going to want you to share that story. I can tell you that right now. All right. Thank you, Jen. And thanks for having your first official friends and family call tonight. That was awesome. And you did great. So welcome to the family. All right. Okay. Amy Hopkins, what's going on with us on Wednesday?
Hey, y'all. On Wednesday, we are starting the reset. And what I like to say is remember, it's one simple change. Start having your people change something, see what they want to commit to, see what you want to commit to. And please, if you don't mind, share, help, add to the page. I would love it. I posted on the Team Up page a simple outline. I do not care what the topic of the day is. If you want to share something, please share. This is about the new story. We have an incredible new product, new story. Our guts are changing. And Jennifer, nice to meet you. I'm Amy, and I cannot wait for you to share on the Transform 2025 page. I want these stories. These are incredible stories. This is the gift of hope and health based on science, like Wendy Campbell likes to say. And I'm excited for us to do a reset before we go into the holidays, even if all you do is drink more water and stay off sugar. I know we know how to do it, but I know bad habits creep back in. I'm speaking to myself. And anyways, I would just love y'all's help in posting, commenting, sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's going to be so much fun. All right, we're busting myths, guys. We're telling the truth. All right. Thanks for being with us this evening. We'll see you next Monday night. Keep the stories coming. All right, because it's so much fun.
Bye,
We're
Carrie.
at
Thank you
tipping point,
guys.
something exciting. Good night, everyone.